10 years ago at the Professional Developer Conference, or PDC, Microsoft announced Windows Azure. And now in 2019, the cloud platform has completely stolen the show from Microsoft's other platforms, such as Windows and Office. Today on the show, I cover a bunch of the Azure news coming from the Microsoft Build 2019 conference. And there's a lot! You're watching Azure This Week, a show supported by all the Microsoft data centers. Okay, there's a lot to go through this week, so I will try and be succinct. Got your popcorn ready? Sitting in a comfortable seat? Ready, steady, go! Nah, just kidding. Let's do normal speed. Okay, so Azure Machine Learning got updates to simplify the building, training, and deployment of machine learning models for enterprises. These include new capabilities to simplify the development of machine learning models, operationalize models at scale, and high-speed inferencing from cloud to edge. New feature enhancements to the Microsoft Bot framework allow developers to handle complex dialogues with users. Language generation allows developers to decouple language resources, avoiding the need to hard-code bot responses. That's kind of neat. Cognitive search capability now offers a single mechanism to apply a series of pre-built and custom AI models to data. Azure Blockchain Service got new features to make it easier to build blockchain workflow logic and apps. A lot of the implementation logic has been removed from the users, so you can focus on governance, authentication, and managing users. Azure Cosmos DB now offers APIs for Apache Spark and for etcd, a distributed key value store designed to securely store data across a cluster. Azure Cosmos DB now also provides a notebook experience for all APIs. Azure Dev Spaces, which provides an easy way to build and debug applications for Kubernetes, is now in general availability. Azure Policy Integration for Azure Kubernetes Services now allows users to apply at-scale enforcements and safeguards for AKS clusters in a centralized, consistent manner. Microsoft and Red Hat have collaborated to create Kubernetes-based event-driven autoscaling, or known as KEDA. This project that supports the deployment of serverless, event-driven containers on Kubernetes. And speaking of containers, Azure Kubernetes Services, or AKS, virtual nodes allow users to elastically provision additional pods in seconds in response to a spike in demand. .NET 5, the next major version of the .NET platform, will have one base class library containing APIs for building any type of application. All .NET workloads are supported with application frameworks, including cross-platform web development with ASP.NET, iOS and Android mobile development with Xamarin, Windows Desktop, and cross-platform IoT. .NET 5 is set to release in 2020. Developers now can use remote development extensions for Visual Studio Code to edit and debug code running inside Docker containers, in Windows subsystems for Linux, or on a remote environment such as another machine or a virtual machine over secure shell. The new Azure SQL Database Edge combines data streaming and time series with in-database machine learning and graph to unlock intelligence on the edge with a simplified architecture. GitHub users, there are a few of those, can now sign into Microsoft applications including Azure Portal and Azure DevOps using their GitHub account. And one of my favorite, the new HoloLens 2 Development Edition includes a HoloLens 2 device, obviously, $500 in Azure credits, and 3 months free trials of Unity Pro and Unity Pixels, I think, plugin for cat data, starting at $3,500. And each of these 15 to 16 announcements comes with a blog post of their own, so it is definitely worth checking out the details for the parts that caught your interest. I'm out of breath and out of brain space to do any more Azure news for the moment. So see you next week and keep being awesome, Cloud Gurus.